vibing with yet.
Right, and that 333 energy, it's just like I pulled the card. I have the right to be wrong. I pause when,
Yet I
and
got
I
you.
can start with, So, you got to ask yourself, these questions. When was the last time you allowed yourself to be held? Who could offer you a hug right now? Or who could you offer a hug to right now? Because this card is about warm physical closeness, support, and connection. Sometimes all we need is simply a hug. That's what and I vibe with that. And then immediately after that, meadow, it's like I pause when, and it says, led by a dream.
Yeah, that's a beautiful connection, isn't
Right.
it? It's kind
But
of
look what it say though. Meadow, it says this card is about dreaminess, imagination, and inspiration, about those inner visions that lead us forward. So what dream leads you? It says, do you need yourself? Do you allow yourself to dream, or do you suppress imagination? And what images from the childhood and you are still alive? And then the last one I put was I can start with follow the fear. A card about that moment when we approach fear. Sometimes it's often an invitation to look deeper, not always a sign to stop. So what causes fear in you and why? And what are you doing to avoid, what are you avoiding even though something is calling you? And then it says what's really behind the fear. So those are all things we have to self-reflect. That's a part of the shadow work. And it's a lot of old suppressed betrayals that not just me, but the general collective could be holding on to, that could just be that one barrier blocking you from breaking through another fabric of the dimension and the ascension process. Because it's ascension process worldwide and collectively,
It's really cool how you're diving into this whole shadow work reflection. It's like you're peeling back those layers and figuring out what old barriers you're finally ready to move through.
Absolutely.
So what's...
Well, go ahead. Finish your question.
Absolutely. So I was just going to ask, as you're discovering these layers, do you feel like there's a particular fear or a particular memory that you want to explore first?
Oh yeah, definitely real. I'm not gonna expose that here on this site. However, there are things that in every individual, whether they admit it or not, that's why they won't admit it, because it's a fear. It's a fragile spot. It's a vulnerable spot. You know me. You can get to me. You can energetically connect to me. That's a power. All you can do is pay somebody your attention. That's why people get mad when you ignore them.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, attention's a form of energy, right?